Hello, today's video we have the following content.
Explosive. When Han Yutong clashes with Guo Yuxin, short drama goddess versus long drama newcomer, a double whammy of looks and acting skills. When Han Yutong meets Guo Yuxin, the aesthetic divide between the short drama and long drama circles is magnified. One is a traffic star labeled as a short drama goddess, and the other is a rising dark horse quietly entering the long drama arena. Their side-by-side comparison is not just a contest of styling, but a cruel test of the ceiling of actors. It's not scary to wear the same clothes, it's embarrassing for whoever looks worse. This old saying seems particularly sharp in the contrast between the two. Han Yutong does have striking natural advantages: fair skin, tall stature, and slender frame. She has the figure of a standard model. But the problem lies precisely in only having the hardware. When the camera zooms in, the gauntness of her facial lines, the lack of apple cheeks, and the fatigue in her eyes are magnified. Especially in period dramas or historical dramas, the sense of incongruity that cannot support the filter of the era turns her advantages into disadvantages. Adding to the controversy surrounding her nail art during filming, many viewers felt it was out of place, causing her popularity to decline. In the Warlord's Many Beauties, Han Yutong's Cheongsam look, which should have been a plus, unexpectedly revealed a lack of maturity in her overall demeanor. Cheongsams are meant to be elegant and relaxed, but she exuded an overly forced maturity, her eyes lacking emotional depth, causing the character to remain merely pretty but not engaging. This led many netizens to question, is she truly suited to transitioning from short, sweet romance dramas to more complex roles? The scene shifts to Guo Yuxin, and the style is completely different. In the long-running drama Jade Mat Autumn, she plays the villainous second female lead, Chao Zuiyi. Without heavy makeup, she established the character simply with her Republican-era curly hair and simple, elegant clothes. It was a quality of outwardly docile, inwardly sharp, sweet without being cloying, ruthless without being superficial. Her eyes speak volumes, a lower gaze conceals emotion, a raised eye carries a sharp edge, emotions building layer by layer, drawing the audience unconsciously into the story. Even more striking is her lead appearance. A flowing gold dress accentuates her elegant yet unassuming figure, her smile restrained yet warm, embodying both the grace of a noblewoman from the Republican era and the coldness of a villain. A netizen's comment, "She reminds me of Liu Yifei in The Story of a Noble Family," isn't unfounded, but a high recognition of her convincing portrayal. The essence of this duel isn't about who's more beautiful, but who's more like a true actor. Han Yutong is still at the stage of being favored by the camera, while Guo Yuxin has learned to master the camera. The former relies on her appearance to gain attention, the latter builds her reputation through her roles. It is precisely because of this that Guo Yuxin has successfully broken through from short dramas to stand on the stage of long-running series, and has been able to establish herself steadily. The entertainment industry is never short of pretty faces, but it lacks people who can make audiences remember their characters. The appearance of Han Yutong and Guo Yuxin together is more than just a comparison of looks, it's a sober and harsh reminder: popularity can get you ahead, but acting skills determine how long you can stay. More importantly, the difference in their acting mindset is being magnified infinitely with the increasing scale of camera work. Short dramas are fast-paced and emotionally expressive, relying on the plot driving the actors. But once you enter the context of a longer drama, the camera scrutinizes every breath and pause of the actors. Han Yutong is clearly still at the stage of just getting the emotions right, relying more on facial expressions and styling. Once the filter is removed, the character easily becomes superficial, lacking emotional depth. The audience can see her acting, but doesn't feel the character coming alive. Guo Yuxin's advantage lies precisely in her control of emotional nuances. She doesn't rush to throw all her emotions onto the camera at once, but slowly reveals the character's calculations and desires through shifting eyes and subtle changes in the corners of her mouth. Because of this, even without speaking lines, she exudes a natural dramatic presence. The director dared to give her close-ups, and the camera was willing to linger on her. This is a relationship of trust between the actress and the lens. Then consider the suitability for the roles. Han Yutong is more suited to bright, flat characters with clear emotional direction. When a character requires complex motivations or inner struggles, her performance seems strained. Guo Yuxin, on the other hand, is the opposite. Her temperament itself carries a gray tone. She can be sweet or cold, pleasing to the audience or making them uncomfortable. This versatility is precisely the potential indicator most valued in the long-running drama market. Therefore, this seemingly comparison of appearances is actually a true presentation of an actor's growth path. Han Yutong is still riding the wave of popularity, while Guo Yuxin has quietly completed the leap from being seen to being remembered. Time will eliminate superficial hype and reward those who can truly speak through their roles. When the trending topics fade and the audience looks back, who is stagnating and who is steadily rising, the answer is already written in the lens. At a deeper level, this difference is not formed overnight, but is the result of the long-term accumulation of an actor's choices and self-discipline. Even during her short drama phase, Guo Yuxin didn't confine herself to the comfort zone of the sweet romance template. Instead, she constantly tried roles with strong contrasting personalities, calculation beneath a docile exterior, sharpness within a gentle tone. These seemingly unappealing details laid a solid foundation for her later entry into long-running dramas. She understood that what the camera truly magnifies is not makeup, but the character's motivations and emotional logic. Therefore, every appearance, even just standing in a corner, was supported by a complete character state. Han Yutong's problem, on the other hand, lies precisely in her over-reliance on existing advantages. When the market environment shifts from good looks to trustworthy roles, if she continues to focus solely on physical appearance, her advantages will quickly be diluted. The audience's aesthetic upgrade is irreversible. They are no longer satisfied with good-looking screenshots, but crave performances that can be repeatedly savored. Popularity is an entry ticket, acting skills are the passport. Guo Yuxin proved with her performance that as long as the character is believable, even a villain can win applause, and if the audience cannot resonate emotionally, even the most dazzling appearance will eventually be replaced. In this rapidly evolving film and television market, success no longer depends on who becomes famous first, but on who has the most enduring appeal. More importantly, this return is quietly changing the industry's rules. In the past, traffic could create miracles, and trending topics could generate buzz, but in today's increasingly realistic and discerning audiences, all shortcuts are failing. Guo Yuxin's rise to fame wasn't a marketing miracle, but rather a natural progression, responding to the audience's desire for genuine emotions and three-dimensional characters. Her success reminds the industry that an actor's core competitiveness is never about being a trending topic magnet, but about leaving a lasting impression on their characters. At the same time, this discussion serves as a wake-up call for actors still confined to their appearance comfort zone. The market won't tolerate repetitive beauty indefinitely, and audiences won't forever pay for the same acting style. When filters are removed and close-ups are zoomed in, what truly holds up on screen is fundamental skill and understanding. Han Yutong's situation isn't a personal crisis, but a collective turning point for the entire appearance-based actor group. Perhaps years from now, looking back, people will realize that the reason this comparison was repeatedly mentioned wasn't because the topic itself was particularly sharp, but because it happened to hit a pivotal point in the industry's transformation, from good-looking is enough to watchable for a long time and for a deeper understanding. As more and more actors like Guo Yuxin are seen and recognized, film and television works will thus have a longer lifespan. The entertainment industry never lacks new faces, what it lacks are performers who can withstand the test of time. Popularity may fade, labels may wear off, but the emotions left by a character will not disappear. It is precisely in this process of change that audiences, actors, and the industry are collectively ushering in a more mature era.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.